Nation's Meg trial, people have been looking at Rock Nation differently. While they are considered one of the most successful and influential record labels in hip-hop, they have earned themselves another more sinister reputation: gatekeepers who decide who shall rise and who shall fall in the industry. Many people believe that Rock Nation might have played a part in not only the incarceration of Tory Lanez, but also the downfall of many other artists in the industry. In many situations in the past few years, there have been a trail of breadcrumbs that always seem to lead back to Rock Nation. Just like we saw with the Meg versus Tory trial, it seems that once Rock Nation sets their eyes on you, you gotta be real careful what you say and do. This is something that DJ Academics has learned firsthand, as after he chose Tory in the Meg trial, Rock Nation has gone after him. They're dragging him into a lawsuit to teach him a lesson. Recently, Academics was subpoenaed by Meg's lawyers to attend a deposition. The only thing is, they didn't expect Academics to expose them publicly, as Academics described and showed proof that could suggest Rock Nation could be behind this entire Tory Lanez takedown. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Academics exposing Rock Nation. Let's get right into it. At this point, we all know just how Rock Nation gets down. They're one of the most connected music companies in the business. We all saw just how connected they were when the CEO of Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, was exposed by her own daughter for trying to allegedly get her own daughter's boyfriend arrested. Desiree Perez's daughter showed evidence that her own mother had connections with law enforcement, also connections with the healthcare field, and even with powerful judges. Desiree Perez was essentially caught using her wealth and connections to institutionalize her daughter and incarcerate her boyfriend. This is the technique that Rock Nation as a company seems to utilize to get rid of their problems. The same techniques many people believe they used against Tory Lanez. Love him or hate him, one person who has always called this out was no other than DJ Academics. I know that for many reasons, a lot of people don't like Academics.
I love Academics, bro. That's my nigga. I've been watching Academics since I was a little nigga.
Academics has always
that nigga just don't like how real this nigga is.
Inferred that Rock Nation was the one who set him up. Now, whether he says this because him and Tory are friends or because of some other reason, that's up to you to decide. Regardless, he has always called
they just don't like how he fought, and they don't like his fetish for Drake.
It seems that Rock Nation set their sights on Academics during the Tory and Meg trial. During the trial, Academics was covering all the breaking news and seemed to favor Tory with his coverage. At one point, he was even accused of leaking trial information and was even called out for it by Meg's lawyers and the judge. Another thing that Academics did was shine a spotlight on a smaller blogger named Milagros. Milagro was also covering the Tory Lanez and Meg trial as it was unfolding. She attended several trial days and reported back what she heard and gave her opinion on it. Academics, for whatever reason, decided to not only start showing her Tory coverage on his streams, but eventually even collaborated on content with her. Academics not only invited her onto a stream so they could talk about the trial, but he also interviewed her for his off-the-record podcast. This put more eyes on Milagros, and people started going to her for updates on the trial. Eventually, the trial ended, and Tory was found guilty by the jury. Milagro was one of the main people speaking out, claiming that she felt Tory was set up. This eventually got her in trouble when Megan Thee Stallion announced she was going after the blogger for defaming her. In October 2024, Meg sued Milagro, claiming she not only defamed her, but did it for money, accusing her of being a Tory Lanez paid mouthpiece. Meg claimed that Milagros received money from Tory to slander her name. During the course of this lawsuit unfolding, Academics was eventually dragged into it when he was subpoenaed by Meg and Rock Nation's lawyers. Rock Nation's lawyers claimed they wanted to question Academics because they believed he might have proof that Milagros was being...
Elimination can only occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
He's back at NXT. A man who has completely transformed himself mentally and physically. Really went through a resurgence and a rebirth when he returned to NXT. Had a new attitude. McIntyre now laser focused. Continues to dominate everything in his path.
Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
The man once known as the Chosen One, always doing what he can to claim and prove he deserves a top spot in WWE.
Well, Drew has reached the mountaintop and knows how good that rarefied air can be. And he will do anything to stay there.
Well, we know Drew is rarely ever in a good mood, and I got a feeling he's about to take out that bad mood on someone here tonight.
Was being paid by Tori the Slenderman. When Academics attended the deposition, he quickly noticed this wasn't only about Milagro being paid by Tori, but Rock Nation trying not only to punk him, but also get him to expose information about their rival in the music industry, showing us exactly how Rock Nation is using the legal system in the courts to do their bidding. During the deposition, Rock Nation's lawyers questioned Academics about his dealings with other artists like Nicki Minaj and Drake. This is something Academics further witnessed when Meg's lawyers accidentally shared their screen with their private chats between the lawyers at the deposition. Academics showed Meg's lawyers not only talking down on him, but he also found proof of Desiree Perez's involvement. Academics show their chats where they not only have points about asking about OVO, but also he saw a message where one of the lawyers literally states, "Tell Des he couldn't even wait for the deposition to be over to talk about it." Obviously, they were referring to Desiree Perez, clearly reporting back to her about what was going down during this deposition.
Like, I get what it was. You know what I mean? Like, this was a little psyop from Rock Nation. This is
No
Rock
champion
Nation,
advantage in this one as
this is
these
my
two
personal opinion.
battle
I'm
it
not
out
saying that.
for two vacant
So
titles.
yesterday I did a whole deposition for, in the case of Milagro Cooper.
This Gauntlet Eliminator match has begun. As this match goes on, fresh superstars will continue to join.
This, Lava Grams that you guys know her or might know her as, versus Megan Pete, or Mega Stallion, which some of you might know her as, or some people might call her Bigfoot. That's not me though. That's okay. Anyway, they're going through a civil case. They're accusing Milagro Cooper of defamation, and because, and this is my opinion, because Megan signed to Rock Nation, I've told you, it's one of the scummiest places. Like, they have a lot of things and access to grind, in my opinion. Like, for example, they don't like Drake, they don't like this, they don't like that. And they're finding ways to try to get dirt on everybody. Everybody. Like, in this particular defamation case, I haven't spoken on text messages with Milagro in probably over a year, maybe two. We don't text. We met one time in person, we did a podcast. We've had a professional relationship, but there's barely been any communication yet. They were insistent on trying to drag me into this, not necessarily, I believe, for that, but because of other, maybe cross-collateralized goals that they might have. Anyway, I think they knew twofold what was going to happen. Maybe they thought they could get some information from me or get me to say stuff that, whatever, fit their agenda. But I think they knew. You can get Act up in there. I got a big mouth. They ain't nothing secret with me. Okay? So you ain't got to wait for the transcript when it comes to Act. So this is a top law firm. Jay-Z, Quinn Emanuel, that's the law firm. By the way, I went toe-to-toe. There's no lawyer with me. I was just there. I was there waiting. You feel me? You want to know who are these people? This is the court reporter. Type in. This is the main lawyer that is operating from Quinn Emanuel on this particular case for Megan Pete. This lawyer here, which you're going to see how interested it is, because we got their names. We can Google them. Google it. She works at Quinn Emanuel. Matter of fact, let's Google it.
I love Act, bro. Because he's so petty and he's like, don't like to be fucked with, bro. Like, all he's doing is doing his fucking job, and these niggas are so, like, bitch made, bro.
Don't have to look too far to see where T-Rock is. Okay? You don't have to look too far. So they asked to put up an exhibit and say, hey, exhibit girl, could you put up an exhibit that we want to show? If Shorty, instead of putting up an exhibit, shows her screen. And I see the chat. I see the chat of the conversation happening with the lawyers. Oh. You want to see it? Here's a screenshot here. Bam! Quinn Emanuel, look at this. Look. I don't know why they're talking about OVO. What is OVO? I don't know why Quinn Emanuel in their Slack. I think it's a Slack. Yeah, shall we? You got their names. We can Google it. We can Google it. She works at Quinn Emanuel. Matter of fact, let's Google it. Marie, this is her right here. Let's go to her Instagram, shall we? This is her right here. Team Rock. Don't have to look too far to see where Team Rock is. Okay? You don't have to look too far. So they asked to put up an exhibit and say, hey, exhibit girl, could you put up an exhibit that we want to show? If Shorty, instead of putting up an exhibit, shows her screen. And I see the chat. I see the chat of the conversation.
This is hard.
Happening with the lawyers. You got their names. We can Google it. Google it. She works at Quinn Emanuel. Matter of fact, let's Google it. Marie, this is her right here. Let's go to her Instagram, shall we? This is her right here. Team Rock. Don't have to look too far to see where Team Rock is. Okay? You don't have to look too far. So they asked to put up an exhibit and say, hey, exhibit girl, could you put up an exhibit that we want to show? If Shorty, instead of putting up an exhibit, shows her screen. And I see the chat. I see the chat of the conversation happening with the lawyers. You want to see it? Here's a screenshot here. Bam! Quinn Emanuel, look at this. Look. I don't know why they're talking about OVO. What is OVO? I don't know why Quinn Emanuel in their Slack, I think it's a Slack, is saying OVO. I don't know. Then the other one says, Marie, good. I got more than we thought we would on that. Just make sure you're sharing the right screen. So she did it once. And the other ones that say, yo, you shared the wrong screen. Like, look, I'm talking to Arrow. They said, if he won't shut the fuck, I'm never getting through this. Yeah, I had a lot to say. It's the interesting part. Tell Des. By the way, I posted we had a break. I told him I wouldn't be on my phone while I'm answering questions. But these lawyers, they couldn't either hold their bladder or something while we were doing it. They're like, yo, we need some more time. We got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, damn. Yo, what y'all got the cafeteria up there in the Rock Nation lawyer offices? She says, and this is where I realized we got you. Y'all are liars. Tell Des. If you're the lawyer for Megan P., why would you need to tell Des? Who's Des? The only Des that I know, and I could be wrong, Desiree Perez, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Rock Nation. So you did this. So with y'all sitting there with me for 7 hours claiming that y'all had zero affiliation, and that yes, even if y'all did represent Rock Nation, this is a Meg Thee Stallion thing. My conduct in that deposition, y'all are in an internal chat reporting, go tell Rock Nation CEO this. Academics is posting about the deposition. Come on, gang. Come on. When I tell y'all that Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, in my belief, is lining the whole industry up, and everything, even the Meg Thee Stallion, the Halle Baileys of the world, if you connect it to Rock Nation, trust me, they're cooking up some type of poisonous secret sauce to get your ass. Y'all think I'm lying? Well, here it is in full case. The lawyers of Megan Thee Stallion, because I posted a story saying, I'm in this deposition, they're asking about Drake. She says, tell Des. I said he couldn't get to the end of the depot without posting about it.
Right now, you can save up to $1,400 on adjustable sets when you add a game-changer adjustable base to select mattress sets during the Labor Day sales event at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
All these names, it'd be interesting to figure out who these people are. Caleb Fleming, Julian Stone, Joseph Bashi. They're pretty good. They're probably pretty good guys. I have nothing wrong with Quinn Emanuel, but I can tell that Rock Nation is a puppeteer pulling them strings. That's not Auntie y'all chat. This particular deposition, I'm not a defendant. I'm not an involved party. They claim that I might have discoverable evidence. That's why they've subpoenaed me. And the subpoena required me to do a deposition that they should have been asking me about my knowledge of any information that could help or hurt the defendant or the plaintiff. And the people they asked me about was people like Nicki Minaj, Drizzy Drake. Hey, did Drake ever pay you? Did he ever do this? In the deposition from A, they're saying tell Desiree.
This was very interesting and extremely revealing. While Rock Nation and Desiree Perez have denied the rumors of being involved in the takedown of Tory, it's strange seeing Meg's lawyers talking about reporting back directly to Desiree Perez. Why does the CEO of a massive company like Rock Nation have so much interest in a lawsuit filed by Meg against a random blogger? In my opinion, Desiree is deeply involved as Tory takedown. We always hear her name when things like this happen. I wonder why. Also, it's interesting to see Rock Nation trying to gather dirt on Drake after Drake sues UMG, which is in a partnership with Rock Nation. I know people think Rock Nation is an independent label owned and operated by Jay-Z, but that is not the case. A simple Google search would reveal that Rock Nation is under UMG, the same label Drake is suing. Now, all of a sudden, Rock Nation's lawyers are asking questions about Drake. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. Like I said in my video about Drake's lawyer against UMG, they're going to find any way to bring Drake down. During the deposition, they eventually began talking about the Megan Thee Stallion trial, where we can see exactly what the lawyers were for. They not only wanted to intimidate academics and get information out of it they can use against the rivals, but also order them into a corner where he would be forced to backtrack on what he said about Megan in the past. They were almost trying to force him to say Tory was guilty, but surprisingly, academics didn't back down, and instead told Meg's lawyers to their face that he believed Meg's a bold-faced liar.
You say that you believe that his incarceration was Would you say that?
What's coming next?
Let's try this again. You say that you and him have had conversations about his incarceration not being that fair. You would run to Mr. Lane's incarceration?
Oh, no, I didn't say we had conversation. I said our disposition. I think we had a similar disposition. I didn't say we talked about it. But I said, I along with him, believe he's incarcerated unfairly. I mean, I think we don't have a conversation about it. I just have multiple appeals. But me personally, I have, in my personal opinion, I think his incarceration is BS. Yeah, I don't care. Yes.
And by fair, you mean unjust?
Yes.
And by unjust, would you say wrongfully convicted?
Yes.
What's your basis to believe that he was wrongfully convicted?
The basis would be, I sat through and watched. I thought the burden of proof was on the prosecutor to prove beyond some doubt that Tory Lanez was not only in possession of a weapon but shot from his feet. And I had a lot of doubt. There was a lot of doubt that I thought was more than reasonable. So under that premise, I don't see, or I couldn't stand by the decision to put somebody in jail for 10 years when there's more than what I believe is reasonable doubt that he didn't commit these crimes. So, from there, I'm not gonna agree with any type of incarceration of him.
You thought that there was sufficient evidence to sustain a conviction against him until after the trial concluded, or did you speak on it during the duration of the trial?
I definitely spoke on it during the duration. When people actually give an opinion or cover a trial, it's definitely rooted in how I see it, mixed with, hey, listen, these are the facts. From the get-go, I definitely thought, hey, listen, this is a process. The victim was supposedly, I felt like she was just lying. I felt like she was an habitual liar. I felt like she couldn't tell the truth to save her life. And then now when it's on her testimony, a couple of things. From from what I see, but her testimony definitely was an important thing.
Just to interject real quick. When you say a couple of other evidence that was admitted at trial and considered by the jury during the trial, right? Yes. Right, like both credits and pulled from the feet, right? And surgery.
Something like the arm.
So I was trying to question it, and she just objected to one that's okay, so I just
I understand what's that is a sort of fascinating evidence.
Okay, that's objecting during each other's issue, but okay. One of the forms of evidence is metallic fragments that were pulled from Miss Pete's feet after surgery that was admitted to trial, right?
Yes. I think we'll already lay out why I feel that way, unless you're trying to get me to agree or disagree with each single point. The point of, and I'll sum it up for you. I'm going to think someone is a liar when they get pulled over by the police and they tell the police I stepped on glass. And it doesn't come out later until you're mad. I like to say those things because people's objectives change over time. So if I was supposed to believe this person, he ends up being a star witness. When she first gets pulled over, she stepped on glass. If I was supposed to believe her in trial, then she now hates this guy, and we all know. And again, I'm saying we all know, but I'm saying it from just a societal perspective. Listen, there's no girlfriend that's going to have a bad breakup with you and then go say, this guy is the best guy ever. Story was going to change, perspective change. Then she says, no, he shot me. So again, I'm going off with those things, and I like to believe. So when she tells me one thing and then she tells me another, I don't know what to believe, right? And to me, that's valid. That's helpful.
Let me ask you this question. You didn't even go to the single day of the trial in person, correct?
No.
Okay, and you understand that after the trial, a jury came to a verdict, right?
That's how it's spelled. The verdict is
right, and in this case, a jury did come to a verdict, correct?
Yes, they did. They convicted. I still.
That's right. And they came to that. They came to that conclusion unanimously, right?
Yes. That's
okay, but unanimity means that all 12 juror members signed on to the same verdict, correct?
Yes.
After hearing all of the evidence, all 12 individual members of the jury agreed that the prosecution had proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory Lane shot Mary Stallion on June 12, 2020, right?
So I've never argued with
Mr. Allen, it's a yes or no question.
Yeah, I've never, but it's a non-sequitur because I've never said.
It's not a non-sequitur, Mr. Allen. It's a question.
So starting from what I said what I believe. You're telling me what the jury did. Me and the jury are not the same people. So for example, only a murder, but there are reasonable people who believe he did it. I don't have to accept what the jury said just because it was unanimous and they saw quote unquote all of the testimony. Also, I don't even believe that. That's part of his entire appeal.
What's part of his entire appeal? What's part of his entire appeal?
There's evidence testimony that I think is let's play this up. Mary Stallion is a flat out liar, in my opinion.
What's your basis for saying that she's a flat out liar?
I've seen her say something and then when it came to being questioned by the prosecutors and being on the stand, she said something different. If that's not a lie, you tell me what it is. Okay. So she was clearly intoxicated that night. I don't think that's something you have to debate. Kelsey, intoxicated that night. Okay? Tori, intoxicated that night. The only person that was not intoxicated, the only person I want to see, I don't hear from the drug people, the only person that was sober that night was Daquan. Whatever his name is, Daquan, he's the person I want to hear. Again, from what I've seen towards the team, they're definitely bumping that because they should have had him testify, they didn't testify. But if I'm a person, again, I'm not saying, if we can accept the jury decision who they want to break them out of jail, and we're talking about we as a collective in terms of the people of the United States, well, we accept that the jury, when they do their job, they do their job. So we accept all their decisions. Doesn't mean that we have to agree with the conclusion they came to. No one's saying the jury will come to a unanimous decision convicting him. What we're saying is, despite that, we believe that he's being held in jail, and we're going to define this. When I say unfairly, we don't believe, or I believe, that he shot this woman, as the story is presented via how the trial went down. And,
what I fail to understand is, as somebody who did not sit through the trial, did not hear the evidence, what is the basis for your belief that he did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion, although a jury of 12 will heard all of the admissible evidence. Alright, so, Mr. Allen, what I was asking was, can you explain to me the basis for your belief that Mr. Lanes did not actually shoot Megan Thee Stallion when, in point of fact, a jury of 12 determined that in all of the evidence that they heard, that he did? That's the point.
Let's see what's in the Lego Technic set. If you are a car enthusiast like me, you may realize this is the Lego Technic.
I'll answer the question, rather, I feel like we are going in circles. I flat out stated that, again, I could lay out 20 points if you want to just consume the heat of time. How do we do that? But the initial basis of me believing that this did not happen as how, yes, he is convicted, is because I believe Megan Thee Stallion lied. She lied initially. She lied on the national news. And I am skeptical that the truth finally came out in court. Based on that, there are alternate theories that I feel, and it's suggested that that is more well, again, this is from my perspective. So I'm not sitting here saying the jury did not. Okay, we accept. The ultimate theories are that him shooting her, that only substantiate why, first of all, maybe he's just the worst shot in the world. If he's shooting a chick and shot 5 times now, one of them directly connected, it's hard for me to think. It's a man and a woman. I get it. Megan's like this being of a person and Corey's his own small, whatever. But it's very interesting, and it doesn't make. Again, I'm using common sense. I get it.
As you can see, the lawyer gets very defensive when Meg was called down. She went on the attack almost immediately, even when academics repeatedly said it was just his opinion, and he didn't believe her because she was a liar. This again shows the Rock Nation is taking advantage of the legal system to intimidate and force people into submission. That's why they have no issue with coming out of Milagro and suing her for money she likely doesn't even have. It's all about teaching a lesson and trying to keep people from talking about them. They want to bully people like me, covering their disturbing ways, letting us know that they have no issues coming even after smaller platforms that expose them. They want us silence. Now, while academics expose Rock Nation with his deposition, he also kind of exposed himself. It admitted multiple times that he's just a paid mouthpiece for the labels. During the deposition, academics admits the obvious that I've been saying for years now. He gets paid by all the major record labels in order to promote and market their artists on his platform.
So they start asking me, well, who paid you to promote it? I said, I'll pick the record. I'm very proud. I don't remember specifically, but if I said that, it was more of their labels, whether with their knowledge or not.
Are there any other record labels that you haven't already told me about this morning that have paid you to promote one of their artists?
That pretty much encapsulates all, right? See? Sony, Warner, those are the 3 record labels that control besides the Seven Ball. Actually, I think everybody knows. Right? There's no secret that's happening here. Where you're like, oh my God, I've worked with Interschool. I've worked with Harmony. I've worked with everybody. Def Jam. I've worked with Def Jam. Feel me like I've worked with Atlantic. Like, I mean, if you're working with you, thinking that or think I'm about to like be lying about, oh, I've never worked with labels. No, I love working with people. They've been a part of my business for a good while.
Now I understand that he is running a business and it's how he makes money, but it does make him disingenuous and not trustworthy when he's taking money from labels to promote artists. As if he's taking money to promote an artist, his coverage of music isn't authentic. It is influenced by monetary compensation. Realistically, some or all of his coverage could be theoretically paid for by the labels, making him a part of a very corrupt machine that operates in the music industry. Academics allowed his greed to get the best of him, because at the beginning, he was making a living of just making content about his opinion of hip-hop, but then he started selling his opinion to the labels with the most money. It destroyed his credibility, and in a way, it's a form of selling out. This is why academics won't back Drake in this lawsuit against UMG. Academics knows that he takes Drake's side, he's done in the music industry. As UMG is the biggest label in hip-hop, and likely has paid academics millions of dollars, he doesn't want to get on their bad side and lose all that money. Honestly, though, I am surprised he's willing to go against Rock Nation, as he's openly admitted to fearing them several times. Either way, I think it's good that Rock Nation is finally being exposed. They're obviously the new gatekeepers in hip-hop and are using their power for all the wrong reasons. I want to know what you guys think about this below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Perfect, heading for the gauntlet now. This is no time to hesitate.
So we finally got to see the NBA 2K26 Marble Villa from Community Day, and the people at Community Day, of course. And I don't watch hundreds of videos. I can't even make this up. So I came up with a list right here to try to save you all that time and effort. I'm talking about the top 10 best bills I've seen in NBA 2K26 so far. So y'all know it is by now. Without further ado, I need y'all to grab yourself that fruit. Let's get to the video. Don't forget the tutorials and tips. Turn from a player to a Batman and rule the stakes. No matter the more record of park, even my career fruits will get you a good start. Hit the like button, don't forget the notifications. Comment down below and welcome to the group. So we don't skip the intro because we do have a lot we gotta dive into, of course. But before we continue, I want to give a big shout out to NBA 2K. They give me a list of all the badge requirements, and I'm gonna put the link in the description to the animation glossary as well. So check that out. It will be in the description. But anyways, let's get to our first bill, and we taking this from Double H. It is in the shooting guard position, 6'8", 205 pound with a 6'10" wingspan. What I really like about this bill is as balanced offensively as you could make a bill in NBA 2K26 from what I've been seeing. Now this bill got elite mid-range and a decent three, but keep them honest. I missed the episode of Raw, it hurt me too. I had to handle the family business all the time. But look, I'm back now. Receipts are coming. The bronzes on notice. They're freaking rolling. Especially you on notice for the World Heavyweight Championship, because I ain't get my rematch. While I was putting everybody on notice, let's just go ahead and think about something real quick. A lot of people are wondering, conspicuous by your absence. A lot of people are saying, man, Jay must really want to get out of that shadow of Roman. TV show to make sure that shadow didn't even exist. I don't think that. I don't believe that. But what I am here to let you know is I can respect your aspirations for the World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody wants it, but the line starts behind me, my man. Yeah, that's cool. LA Knight, whatever line, this line, that line, cross this line. I'm gonna send you back in the line, Oos. But look though, welcome to Monday Night Raw, Oos. Yeah. Jeez.
A little tension backstage.
I missed the episode of Raw, it hurt me too. I had to handle the family business all the time. But look, I'm back now. Receipts are coming. The bronzes on notice. They're freaking rolling. Especially you on notice for the World Heavyweight Championship, because I ain't get my rematch. While we're putting everybody on notice, let's just go ahead and think about something real quick. A lot of people are wondering, conspicuous by your absence. A lot of people are saying, be in the show to make sure that shadow didn't even exist. I don't think that. I don't believe that. But what I am here to let you know is I can respect your aspirations for the World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody wants it, but the line starts behind me, my man. Yeah, that's cool. LA Knight, whatever line, this line, that line, cross this line. I'm gonna send you back in the line, Oos. But look though, welcome to Monday Night Raw, Oos. Yeah. Jeez.
A little tension backstage.
Yeah, you did it too fast, bro. Cause Yi is definitely gonna overpower. I don't give a fuck about no yeah. Okay, that's cool. I don't never say that shit, nigga.
Missed the episode of Raw.
That nigga Jay got that rock swag. I ain't gonna hold you. He got that rock Samoan swag on Didi. Shout out to Days of the homies, because you know what's pop.
honest. Not only that, they got the gold post the rising, so they got it.
Gauntlet match. One down, more to go. Countering that offense. Reversal. These two have counters for days. Touchdown kicks. Russell leg sweep. His comeback. Diamond Dallas Page is still in this. I cannot believe it. The countdown is on, gentlemen.
He's coming out for productive season with the Nuggets where he averages over the 50 points and 6 assists per game. Mark, what's that Nuggets top to run? Well, this game was so good.
Yesterday, 2017, once the Bucks just averaged the triple-double share, and something that hadn't been done since the Robertson hit the huge. Most skeptics who spoke to the Bucks and those teams are doing absolutely so for this. After doing some test events and failed to fire, exactly what they needed. Knowing that one of their hometown heroes is good enough to be their cornerstone. Russell Westbrook was to the stage. When you fast forward to August of 2025, and that same Russell Westbrook, one of the most explosive and dynamic of NBA history, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, is now sitting home unsigned and watching training camp approach without him. It's just another washed-up player story. It's about how one of the 50 greatest point guards to ever play the game went from MVP to potentially out of the NBA entirely. And it's breaking apart is he only has one lifeline left, and it doesn't look too good. According to James Richardson's report, the Sacramento Kings, not the Bucks, not the Miami Heat, not the Jets, and the Lakers together, are the only two that interested Russell Westbrook. It's just back to flat. And it's funny, what's happening to Russell Westbrook right now has happened before. It's happened to Allen Iverson. It's happened to Carmelo Anthony. It's happened to players who thought they'd play forever at an elite level. So far, it's maximized their more. So, if they get to the content, it's particularly most of the time in the stick to subscribers that turns on the 13th channel. A lot of people wonder how I go to page on this channel. I mean, bro, if I upload a video and within like 1 minute I see a bunch of comments that say first, and yeah, you can't get my notifications. Now it's all run out of the way. Good press. The corner is back to start this meeting.
but we are far from the end of the road here. Right across the larynx. Watch out. Duking it out on the stage. This is real.
This is dangerous. There's so much potential for this to go wrong.
An unprotected shot to the head. Those can happen. Kicks it. Creativity coursing through the veins.
Look at this. The Irish curse. And the probability of serious injury just skyrocketed as the action moves out of the staging area. Nice running crossbar.
That is locked in. Wyatt entering this gauntlet match looking to go the distance.
Steel chair.
Right across the solar plexus.
Into an atomic drop. Picture perfect drop kick.
Really going after this corner.
And he tosses him back in there.
He's the final way of reversing the pressure. Break the hold. Taking things way too far. Waist leg going up. Who's in charge? Sleeper is cinched in, and you can see the trouble here.
What a great counter. That'll break it up. She still fights out in one.
Still has a great amount of fight in them. Not going to let it end with this.
Snapchat suplex. Down. No. Kick out at two.
I mean, you got to think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
Kick to the gut. Connecting on the DDT.
It's the perfect he's looking for. Boy, this isn't just great. It's perfect. Well, perfect ended with.
How the hell do you kick out of that? Not even too far. Lost count after the time to smash it in and get it out.
Kofi's got him measured. Got him lined up.
Shot to the face. Gets the kicks down. So nothing out here. End of the road for Mr. Drew. Eliminated from this gauntlet match.
Still one way ahead. Maybe pass yet to end of the road. Kofi just goading.
Setting up for something here. Everything you can do to create space here. Hold on. Following the double team here.
With the jab. Dropping bars. Trying to escape.
Colliding with a barricade. Fighting back, however, punches the midsection. And lies at the moment. The Shining Wizard. And Shields will have to be running down the spine of Wyatt's opposition right now. How do you end a being that will never stop pursuing? He may get the 3 count right here. Is that? Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
Y'all, I got cook. They be like, damn, so hard. Going in my car to get some shots out the arsenal. I got no tools, but these bullets fly like envelopes. Blood gang, right through hop out like what's poppin', yo. I'm a blaze, call me soldier, snipe unstoppable.
Oh, that's what happened when I was at the gym with that. I was like, oh, this ain't like nobody else in here. That's when he was first getting picked.
So what's his name? Blade. So's a glow man, got the shade. You know Uncle Shy Racket, got the cake. I got Kool-Aid, lemonade. Only grain I eat is bucket. With some cheese, get it out the way. All these boss niggas mocking me. I'm like, please move about the way. Police want the phone, y'all be blowing smoke in they face. Wanna lock me up, cause I got dope. Shit is gay. I be with that disrespectful shit any day. Try me, I'ma let the tape blow. Anyway, hey, your leather so soft, shell so hard. You wanna be a boss, nigga, go hard.
I'm excited about this right here.
So a ruthless Drew here. Drew with cause for concern. Is it enough? The cover. Shoulder shoots him before two. He's one. Prince looks ready as hell for the cover. Can that finish the great move? And still in this. He just won't give up.
Go back where he began. He went to he stopped being used with the rock. The count. The height of the action. I saw the
Me too. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's my nigga, bro. Watching Jade is like my second favorite wrestler.
But you look at our entry pool and it starts to sink in just how much
cruiserweight division. He made that leap, much like he did across his career, where he reinvented himself, and then he did it again by jumping over to New Japan and then jumping over to AEW. For weeks in 1999, the mysterious graphics flashed across Raw, building the anticipation for the year 2000. That's a long time ago. Until the countdown hit 0 and Chris Jericho walked out. He interrupted The Rock in front of a